Hi, friends. It's Michelle Durant, and welcome to my podcast, Life is a Treasure Transformation of Mind, Body, and Spirit after Trauma or Transitions. I'm so excited that you're joining me today as we embark on this journey of life. I believe that we all have the treasures inside of us to transform our pain and loss. I hope to inspire you and help you find true healing and wholeness in order to live a life that you treasure again. I'm so honored to share this special time with you. Hi, friends. Welcome to episode number 57. If this is your first time listening, I would like to sincerely welcome you. And if you're one of my faithful listeners who download every episode, thank you so much. Your support means the world to me. So this episode, I decided to title it Faith Over Fear. And it's in conjunction with the new moon for November, which will be on November 15th, which is Sunday. So this week is going to be a little different. I'm just going to kind of talk to you from my heart because I know that with all of the things that we have been going through for 2020 and where we find ourselves right now during this post-election time can be a very confusing time and can cause a lot of fear, worry, doubt, just a lot of negative energy. So my hope and goal for this episode is to offer you some words of encouragement, some inspiration for you to be able to live your best life, help you to treasure your family and your friends, to increase your faith, meaning your positive beliefs, to think about being frugal with our finances, and just an overall fitness for our mind, our body, and our spirit. The main goal is this sign that I have in my office says, let your faith be bigger than your fears. Let your faith be bigger than your fears. And the reason I have this sign in my office is because each year, at the beginning of the year, really the end of the prior year, I like to choose a word that will be like a theme for my year coming. Not knowing what 2020 would bring, I chose the word faith for 2020. Well, I guess my subconscious, intuitive mind, soul knew that this year would be a very testing year of my faith, that it would be filled with fear, worry, doubt, and just a lot of confusion, lack of clarity, because the whole world is changing, the whole world is shifting, and so many times throughout this year, I've had to cling onto my faith. I've had to read that sign and allow my faith to be bigger than my fears. And my friends, it's not easy. It's not easy at all because our nature, our natural instincts are just to grab onto fear and worry. And we listen to the news and they cause so much fear and worry and doubt that it's hard. It's so hard to live in this world and remain faithful over the fear-based information that we are seeing all around us. The horrible things that are happening. I'm not gonna lie, they're scary. My children live in areas that have been impacted by so many not pleasant situations. And as a mother, I pray every day for their safety, for their wisdom, and mostly for their protection. And wherever you are in the world, I just hope that this message will encourage you and inspire you to increase your faith, to allow your faith to be bigger than any of those fears. We're still going to feel the fears. but we need to learn how to manage our fears, how to flow with them, how to let go of our worry. And I'm going to share some tips as we go along to help you with this endeavor that they help me every single day. So right now, it's a beautiful, crisp, clear, cool fall day in Austin, Texas. I live in the hill country, and I have my windows open, and the wind chimes are blowing, and the birds are tweeting, and I have a big cup of cold brew coffee I make at home. I just use either some Starbucks or Stoke cold brew from the store. I add ice and my favorite creamer and have my own cold brew. And that's what I'm sipping on as I chat with you today. So I'm going to invite you, pause this podcast, go fix yourself a drink, get comfy and cozy, and let's get started, shall we? So I want to just start off by offering you some words of encouragement. You are not alone. You are not the thoughts that are in your mind. You are stronger than you know, and you have everything within you to get through whatever situation you're facing right now. You have support of your family and your friends who are there to encourage you and to love on you. It's up to us to dig deep and find those treasures within us. Those treasures being peace and joy and love. Those are the treasures that we have access to because they're inside of us. We don't need to get it from the outside world because honestly, it's hard to get those things from the outside world. So this needs to come from the inside out. And when you have joy, you spread joy. And when you have peace, you offer other people peace. And when you share love, you make the world a better place. And don't we all want to do that? I believe that all of us have a purpose of sharing peace, love, and joy. You know, so many times people say to me throughout the years, I don't know what my purpose is. We all have so many purposes, but our overall purpose is to spread kindness and love, peace and joy. And more than ever right now in this world where we are seeing hatred and division, strife, and just chaos and out of control and disrespect for God, disrespect for the flag, disrespect for the Constitution, disrespect for the commandments, disrespect for the elderly, disrespect for the unborn, disrespect for the protectors, the police, oh my gosh, it just makes my heart sad. It really makes me grieve what we're going through. And I know that this is a collective grief because I'm on social media. That's what I do every single day. I work on social media. I create content and I consume it. And I also see that I'm not alone and you're not alone. We all are going through this together. And we all should be able to come together. We don't all need to agree, but we need to respect one another. That is the most important thing that I am learning from watching what's happening right now is that where has our respect gone? It's like it just went out the window. We are all responsible for our reactions and our responses and what we put out into the world. We are responsible. I have a sign right here on my desk that says, I want every girl to know that her voice can change the world. I want every woman to know that her voice can change the world. But we can do so with love. We don't have to shout and holler and disrespect, and we just don't have to do it that way. We can change the world better easily with peace and love. It makes me remember the 50s and the 60s, the hippies. It's all about peace and love and, joy. And that's what my overall mission with this podcast is about. It's about promoting peace and hopefully stirring up more joy and sharing love. I hope you'll join me. So treasure your family, treasure your friends, inspire yourself, motivate yourself to live your best life. Be frugal with your finances because we don't know what the future is going to bring, but we don't have to live in fear. So rather than be fearful, choose to be frugal. Look for sales. Maybe this is a time, yes, I know Christmas is coming up, but you can look for sales and deals with the Black Friday. They're going on now. You can look for coupons. You can do cash back. You can sell some things that you're not using that'll bless someone less fortunate. And also be creative. I remember when I was I'll say very young, when I was in my 20s and I was newly married, didn't have the money to buy everyone gifts. So I learned how to cross stitch, and I made everyone in the family a cross stitched ornament. And I'm going to tell you, they loved and cherished it more than if I would have just went and bought a gift. Like, they didn't know that the reason why was because we didn't have enough money. No, they knew that that brings me to something. We always think it's about money, but you know what? Our resources are not only our money. They're our time, they're our energy, our experience, our expertise. So I used my time and my energy rather than money to create something beautiful that they treasured for years and years and years. So get creative. Make something for other people as a gift. You can look on Pinterest. We didn't have these resources when I was in my 20s, but now we have Pinterest, we have YouTube. You can learn how to do anything on YouTube. You can find inspiration on Pinterest. Use the tools that you now have to help you in your life. And keep in mind that this is a great time to look at your personal fitness, not only your body, but your mind and your spirit. And when I think of fitness for my mind, I think of just quiet meditation, prayer. When I think of my body, I move. I like to walk in nature. I like to play with my dogs. I like to I like to do yoga, and yoga and meditation go hand in hand. I do online yoga. My daughter, Courtney Sprouls, has Mind Body Mystic yoga online classes, and you're invited. Let me know if you like the invitation link. I will send it to you. A great way to just get into our body and get out of our mind and our spirit. Our spirit is everywhere. Our spirit is what we are made of. And with that, you can invite the spirit to dwell within you, and you can motivate yourself with books and videos and just lift up your spirit because you can. But as we journey through this life, one thing that I believe will help us to self-protect is to learn to practice healthy boundaries. Well, what does that mean? You know, a lot of times people don't like to talk about boundaries. They think that's being mean or, selfish. It's not. Boundaries are self-protection. Boundaries teach others how to know and respect you. They don't know what you want, what you need, how much you need or want, unless you let them know. And along with boundaries means let's say someone wants to have a conversation with you of something that you really don't want to talk about. It maybe is going to trigger you. You're not ready. You have every right to say, I'm sorry, I just really can't talk about this right now. Can we please change the subject? There is nothing wrong with being kind and polite as you request that your boundaries be respected. Respect your own boundaries, because we teach others how to respect us. They witness how we respect ourselves. And when we don't have self-respect, they're less likely to respect us. So we're responsible for our protection with boundaries. We're responsible for our reactions. We are responsible for our responses, for the things that are going on around us. And during this time, I think it's appropriate to share a little quote prayer that really speaks to my heart. Before I do, I'm going to share a little story. So I had a lot on my mind the other day, and it was a beautiful day, and I just felt like I wanted to get out. I work from home, so I wanted to get out of the house for a bit and just feel the fresh air, be around other human beings, and, just get out there. And I went to a thrift store that the reason they opened the thrift store is to sell donated items to make money for a food bank, to feed homeless people or people that just need food. And I went there and I was looking around and I found a few books, but I was just really feeling overwhelmed by what's going on in the world. I had a lot of things on my mind personally that were really making me feel sad. And anyway, it was my first time in that store, and the lady came up to me and asked if I needed help, and I said, no, I'm just browsing. And I told her how much I loved her store and what a great thing they're doing, and I just really was impressed by the store and what they do. And she says she didn't know I was sad, but she said, I was looking at some things, and she goes, well, buy yourself something special. Right when she said that, I looked back at the shelf where I was standing, and this candle holder, black with paisley, it's just beautiful candle holder that has some white words on it. And it caught my eye, and I read it, and it said, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Now, we know that this is the serenity prayer, and we've probably read it and heard it and seen it a million times. I know I have. I know it's one of my mom's favorite poems. But anyway, I purchased it because I knew this was the treasure for me that day. This is what I needed. This is the reminder that I want sitting on my desk. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And my challenge to you today, my friends, is, can you learn to accept the things that you cannot change, that you have no control over? Can you have the courage to be brave enough to make the changes for the things that you can change? And can you find the wisdom within to know the difference between the things you cannot change and the things that you can? And I know that this helps me so much to refocus and to remember that my faith needs to be bigger than my fears. That I can choose faith over fear every single moment of the day. When I start to feel fearful or worried and filled with doubt, that I can replace those fears with faith. That I can change that worry to prayer. That I can replace those old doubts with new dreams. I can transmute that negative energy to positive energy. And as we are approaching this new moon on Sunday, November 15th, it's an opportune time for new beginnings, new dreams, new intentions, new ideas, to set your intentions on what you want to manifest in the future. Maybe it's a great time to start looking forward to 2021. I know I like to start at this time of year, kind of winding down my year and looking back. I reflect, I go through my journal, my calendar, and I write down all of my successes so I can celebrate every milestone, see how much I've accomplished. And I also write down the areas that I've lacked in and that I want to pick up and improve on in the upcoming year. So maybe that's something that you can do to shift your perspective into 2021 and project and focus on the future and see, what do I want for 2021? How do I want it to be different from 2020? What lessons can I learn from 2020 that I can bring into 2021? And as you look at that, I would like to ask you to focus on others too. So maybe ask yourself, how can I serve others? Maybe there's a particular cause that's very near and dear to your heart, and you would like to volunteer your time and serve there and help others in that way. Maybe you don't have a lot of time, but you have extra income, and you can share your income with other organizations. Maybe you can just reach out to your family and friends and let them know you're thinking about them and that you can bless them with words of encouragement or inspiration. You know, the month of December is Thanksgiving. It's a great time to think about giving and serving other people that are less fortunate than we are. You know, there's always someone who's less fortunate than us. And it's helpful when we take the focus off of ourselves sometimes and, you know, just kind of shed light onto someone else and see, how can I share and spread my light and my joy with others who may be downcast and heavy burdened? How can I make their burden lighter? What can I do? How can I serve and bless them? And this month, the month of Thanksgiving month, I decided that I wanted to do just that. And as most of you know, I am a transformational coach helping women who've had abortions. And I started that journey. My beginnings were at a pregnancy resource center. And during that time, these women would come for resources. And sometimes they would decide to go ahead with the pregnancy and give birth to the baby and maybe place for adoption, or they would decide to parent. Well, of course, remember, they are usually not in a great situation and they usually don't have a lot of resources. So that's why they come to a pregnancy resource center. And we help them along their pregnancy journey. And I've been doing this I did this for over 20 years. And during that time, a very good question would come up. So y'all help women who are pregnant, but what happens after they have the baby? I mean, that's when they really, really need help. And I would agree 100%. Yes, they do. And as a mother of two that were very close in age, I agree. They definitely need support and help. And so I would put together a little gift basket and bring to the hospital, and I would shower them with love and blessings at my house, and people from my community would donate to them whatever their needs were, and everyone was blessed. And so I decided for the month of Thanksgiving time that I wanted to do that. So I've put together a basket, a gift box full of newborn essentials, and I handmade a bag. I call it a tote bag. It could be used as a diaper bag. And I cut out some fabric and I bonded it with the iron on a plain white, real soft bag. And I put this all together for a mom-to-be who may not be in a place to, or maybe it's her first baby. She doesn't even know what to get. This is a great essential gift that I'm going to give away. So I announced it on my Thursday Treasures, which is on Facebook Live, and on my YouTube channel, Life is a Treasure. It's still there. You're more than welcome to go watch it. I show everything that's in I'm calling it a tote treasure. Sorry, treasure tote. And I share everything that's in there. And what I'm asking is that you share with me why, if it's you who needs this, who could use this, write to me why and share a little bit about your circumstance. And the reason I'm asking you, everyone, to share their circumstance is so that I can personally pray for each one of you. And then I'm going to select one winner and I'm going to pray and anoint with essential oils that gift and send it out to you. And maybe you're not pregnant, but you know someone who is, and she could be blessed with this basket of gifts, this treasure tote. Let me know. Message me, email me. My website is lifeisatreasure.com, and all my social links are there. Reach out to me and let me know why you or that person would love to have that gift basket. And I will select a winner and I will announce it and send it over to you. So good luck, and please share so that we can get this in front of as many pregnant moms that that might be benefit from the blessing. I want to give back. I want to be able to bless someone else because I myself feel blessed. And I know that every time I've needed something, I've been taken care of. And you know what? I'm not any special than you. We're all humans. We all were created with a purpose. We all have a creator who will provide all of our needs. We can trust and have faith that our creator knows and sees everything that's going on in the world, in your life, and believe me, it will all work out for good. And so whatever you're dealing with today, I hope that these words can bring you some encouragement. I hope that it will offer you some inspiration to live your best life, to remind you to treasure those right in front of you, your family, children, your friends, your pets, and increase your faith. Bring positive beliefs into your mind. Use music, listen to podcasts, read books, be frugal with your finances, and most of all, take care of your overall fitness, your mind, your body, and your spirit. So I am sending you all so much peace, love, and joy. Friends, thank you for listening to Life is a Treasure podcast. Please join me every Thursday for a new episode. In the meantime, follow me on my socials and don't forget to subscribe to this show, and it would mean so much to me if you could please leave a 5-star review. You can find more information at my website, lifeisatreasure.com. And remember, you already have all the treasures inside of you to transform yourself and your life. Bye, friends.